Hello, welcome to the show. I'm Lewis E.D. Conway, and I'm here with my lovely guests, Yasmina Tarquini
Hi.
and Ben McKenzie.
Hello.
All right, we're just going to talk about, what you've been up to, media and all that. So, Yas, can we kick it off with, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been working on a short film at the moment. It's been going on, I've been writing it for 3 years, kind of just debating how to portray this because it's a psychological thriller. It's a PTSD awareness video.
Oh, really?
And I wanted to really kind of visually manipulate the audience to really feel the emotions, but also not wanting it to be triggering for anyone that has got PTSD. So it was quite a big challenge, and I wanted to kind of just film it right and etc. So I've been working on it for quite a long time, and that's what I'm doing for my FMP. And yeah, so it's been really amazing. Kind of, I had auditions and stuff I was doing, and all professional, and I was like, oh yeah, and I was feeling cool. Do you know what I mean?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have a little bit from something you've done previously. Is it okay if we watch
Yeah,
that?
of course we can. That's Loud
Okay.
Productions. Go for it.
Let's watch that.
In the beginning, you used to treat me like I was Satan living. You acted like my ethnic background was me sinning, taking away the chance of me just being. You used to call me out when guns were blazing, saying I was the terrorist that caused all of the pain, smiling at me like those words gave me some type of gain.
That was really okay. So I haven't been briefed on what that was. All right, at all. So what was that?
So that was an experimental film I did for college. I think it was last year. I wasn't too sure the path I was going to take on this experimental film, but I kind of just had an idea about a projector and kind of, putting a mood board or a show reel of some sort to kind of express emotions and trauma and relevant moving pictures or just pictures. So I wrote this rap and then turned it into a poem. And it's basically about culture appropriation and the struggle with how popularity can be a big thing when it comes to culture appropriation, with people being so fickle-minded and kind of being the person that's bullying and harassing and then becoming the person that tries to be everything that your culture is, or other cultures they've also terrorized as well. And I just found it it's been a thing that I've personally dealt with, and a lot of people have, of mixed race, and it's just so it's just quite funny to kind of think back at it now.
Okay.
Yeah, not in a malicious way, but in the sense just if you go from bullying someone to obsessing over their culture, to me that is someone I do not care about, because that just shows that they're just do you know what I mean?
Well, that was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, but that was really lovely.
Thank you, darling.
Honestly, okay. Maybe lighten the mood a little bit. Ben,
Yes.
what are you working on? Or what have you been working on?
Yeah, so similarly to Yaz, I'm in the middle of my FMP as well.
Okay.
And I chose short film because
Oh,
it
did
seems
you?
we're all doing short films.
Oh.
So I chose to do something a bit out of the ordinary for a student film, but I decided to do something set in the past. So I decided to do a 1970s comedy drama, inspired by Quentin Tarantino and film directors of such. Just because I really wanted to kind of play around with the culture and the time period, and just really have fun with classic cars and classic everything.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay. It sounds familiar. Something about it. Oh. Well, that's great. We don't have that now, but what we do have is a mini showreel sort of snippets of yours, which we can see right now. If you wanna.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Cool. Well, can we see those now, please? There's a lot in there. What I would like to pinpoint is one thing that kind of caught my eye, and it was you, I think, wearing a helmet or a a tinfoil.
Yeah.
So what's going on there? Mind filling me in?
I think what you're talking about is Space Oddity. So that was a music video I made probably about a year back now. That was made for college as like a visual investigation unit. So we had to do a music video and really kind of find our visual style, things that inspire us, and draw from that to put into our work. So I chose to do Space Oddity because I absolutely love David Bowie music. So I was like, right, I'm going to make a cover of this. Set about doing that, took probably about a week or so to record everything in. And then I was like, took me and my team that I often do filmmaking with out, and we did some storytelling with that, really.
Nice. Okay, cool. Might have to check up on that. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys now. Like, what is your like inspiration? Like, what made you want to start this journey? So, like, we'll go with Yaz first. What made you want to start this?
Yeah, I just fell into it naturally. I've always been into like entertaining, and like when I was a kid, I literally used to like make all my like family like go in front of the curtains, and like I would do like X Factor and stuff. Like,
they must have loved you for that.
Oh my god, I used to like make them buy tickets with like sweets. Oh my god, it was so cute. But yeah, like I've just always been like into just like pleasing people, making people smile with like visual impact. And I just started writing when I was younger, like loads of books, and on my mum's notes on her iPad, like I would just write everywhere. And then I said to mum, I was like, oh, what is this called? I'd just love to always do this. And she was just like, oh, it's screenwriting. I was like, like if I made it into a film, like what would it be? And yeah, like I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped until I drop.
Okay, and you? What do you mean?
Well, I'm interested in lots of like different creative things, really, like music, songwriting. I've done theatre before. I've done kind of a weird mix and things, but I've always had like a preference and like an interest for film, because there's something about seeing kind of your work or what you've made in a way that's kind of accessible for everyone. Everyone can watch film, and not everyone's going to pick up a book and read the whole book to understand what you're trying to say. But
True.
With film, you can often get an audience because it's that like visually striking way of communicating something. Okay. So, yeah,
I was going to say I haven't read in years.
No, I've always been really keen on film, and of course with film and that you can use music, and you can use writing, and you can use all these other things. So it's kind of a collaboration of all these things. Like you like theatre, you can do a musical. You like songs and that, you can have a killer soundtrack. So it's kind of a way that you can use all these other creative elements into one thing that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Wow, that's.
I feel like film and music are the two things that can really inspire and affect people's lives more than people think. Mm-hmm. On a real one, from like representation to like everything, the way people view their own lives, kind of thing.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think that's because it's like contained as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can just like listen to a song for a few minutes, and you kind of have people's attention for a few minutes.
Yeah, and it's all emotional manipulation. Honestly, like there's certain keys that give your like body a certain like feeling to make them feel lower or higher. Like I'm obviously
tone
not.
Is what you're saying. It's
There's literally everything.
That's the one thing that's like in film and music, that like something can be good in some ways, not good in other ways of that. But if something has a distinct tone, that's why often sometimes bad films are still so memorable. Is because they have a distinct tone that you can latch onto, and it just sticks with you.
Well, I have something to ask. I'm going to ask now. Do you guys have anything to say to anyone, like people watching this, because obviously interested in film and stuff, starting up maybe, like budding, filmmakers and such? Is there anything you'd like to say? We'll start with Ben, then move to Yaz. Is there anything you'd like to tell them?
I think just start is probably the.
Well, don't tell me. Tell them.
Well, which camera am I looking at?
Let's say
start, guys. I think that's the big thing, is that procrastination is just probably the killer of all spirit with anything. So just pick up a pen, write something, and then just work from there. If you can try and make friends that have similar interests and similar goals, like, then you can work together, and it's way more fun making it a collaborative thing anyway than kind of shutting yourself off. So make friends that have similar interests to you, push them to go and make something with you, and just be creative. Don't do what's been done. Do what you want to do.
Do you.
Do you?
Yeah, that's a good slogan. Do you? Yaz, what would you say to the young audience, your fans?
I would say nothing in life is worth if it's not hard to reach. Do you know what I mean? And that is all, mate.
Look at that, she managed to look at the camera as well. You had a hard time finding it. Look at that.
There's too many to choose from, isn't there?
I know, we got, it's honestly, I don't know how I manage. Okay, I have another question for you guys, okay? If you indulge me. What are your top favourite films? Just what are your favourite films? We'll start with Yaz. I can see you, Ben, getting rearing to go. We'll start, yeah. Do you have any, what are your favourite films and why?
Memento, Shutter Island, Promising Young Woman, Taxi Driver, and obviously Blue, Black and Red.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so why is that then?
So Shutter Island, Memento, Taxi Driver are 3 psychological thrillers. They're really amazing. The cinematography and directing, as well as the screenwriting in Taxi Driver, is just exquisite. And Shutter Island is just trippy, spinning. And also there's Greek mythology in there as well, if you care to notice. Do you know what I mean?
I might have to give it a watch.
So yeah.
What about you, Ben?
Well, I think any film that has like a distinct tone to it, I always kind of latch onto. So things like Stand By Me, Perks of Being a Wallflower, some Star Wars films, Gran Torino, 2001: Space Odyssey, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, just anything that has like a great tone to it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking that's why that link is with Space Odyssey and Space Odyssey. Is that directly?
Yeah, there's a lot of influence taken from 2001 in space.
That makes so much more sense. Okay, I was gonna aside from project stuff, with the COVID pandemic, coronavirus, has it implemented or stopped you guys? Has it what's happened with it and your guys' work? Ben. Sorry, Az, we'll get to you in a second.
Sorry?
It hasn't impacted me too much, apart from there being a bit more involved and trying to make sure all the cast and crew are happy and, with being able to do what they're comfortable with. Because there's one point where, I'm saying, can you do this? And they were like, no, I'm not happy with that. So you just have to respect them for that and obviously do what they're comfortable with. I think just making sure that your scope is controlled now, because obviously there are certain things, certain locations, certain actors, amounts of people and things that just aren't possible at the moment. So I think you just need to look at what you're trying to do and see if it's possible to cut out any extra stuff that maybe is a bit frivolous, a bit just...
No kissing scenes.
No kissing scenes,
exactly. Well, I mean, we can't just cut them. If
it's not necessary, COVID tests first.
COVID tests first, then kissing scenes, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, and Yaz?
I've just kind of taken it to my advantage, to be honest, because I've just kind of just developed ideas more and into more depth. And yeah, just getting more complex with the ideas and just kind of diving in deeper because I've had more time, obviously, when we were locking down and stuff, to just kind of do that. So I've just taken that into my advantage. And it's definitely ended up working because now
really?
I literally redid a whole script, Blue, Black and Red. I redid the whole script and now I'm it's a non-linear narrative as well. So it's 2 narratives. It's just
wow, so it's actually become a stronger thing due to this.
Yeah.
That's really weird. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be wrapping up soon, but before we do, is there anything you guys would like to, talk about? Have you got any, your upcoming projects you want to, get people to see?
Blue, Black and freaking Red.
No, I wouldn't bother with that. I'd watch How Sunday Went.
How Sunday Went.
That's my film.
That's your film. Okay. Well, as you know, Blue, Black and Red and How Sunday Went, both these talented film artists.
Only if you're 15 and above.
Only 15 above, yeah, all right.
But you can watch mine if you're 12.
Okay, that's enough.
So,
okay, enough of you.
I got 3 more years of audience there.
I would like to thank my guests, Yasmina Tarquini.
Thank you very much for having me.
And Ben McKenzie.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Cool. It's been lovely having you guys here. I really hope to see you guys soon. This has been the show. I'm Lewis E.D. Conway. See you soon.